Like it has to be in a more sterile environment. So air conditioning, the UPS, there are so many other costs like electricity, uninterrupted electricity, the firefighting systems. As Mr. Ramanathan has informed, the storage, lot of people don't give attention to in the beginning. So how to store, how to retrieve, how to safeguard our data. So there are other costs. Likewise, training is another one important cost people don't look at. So if we are implementing new system, that will become, now imagine I have purchased a Mercedes Benz without knowing how to drive it. So it has no meaning. So Mercedes Benz or whatever Maruti 800. So unless I have a driver to do that, then it is. So in a system environment, so we spent lot of time on training the people. So we have a pan-India presence. It's all over India. So this pan-India presence poses a problem of connectivity. So if we look at Indian infrastructure, it has long way to go. So if you look at whether commuting, we all in Pune, we know how difficult it is to commute for a new person. We have our own vehicle, then we commute, so fine. But again, with the traffic, the chaos and other things, and nowadays it has also becoming problem whether there is any bus or car coming in the opposite direction. So there are so many areas where we have difficulty. So connectivity and infrastructure connectivity is also improving, but not adequate enough. Our people give 2 MB, but whether we are getting 2 MB is not very clear. So we may get even 50 KB and a 2 MB line. So the infrastructure has to improve. So we had a difficulty in connectivity. How we overcame it? So that we now, because of the improvement in data card and 3D licenses, so most of the areas it works. We used tulip connectivity. The satellite connectivity is also there, but mostly we used tulip and data cards. Then another main problem we had is brain drain. So you develop a person, so your competitor or another industry looks at the person very keenly. So this fellow has worked in Mascon, he has done 1 year of service, so you pick it up for double the salary or maybe multiples of salary or 50% salary. And individuals also have their own requirements. Immediately I am getting so much. So there is no one way thing. It will happen for some time, but the organization who develops the people by training and other things, so we are prepared for some amount of brain drain. So the people whom we have developed may not be useful to us, may be useful to somebody else. Then change management we have to do. So we have to get people on board. So this is very important. First thing what we did was we allied the fears. So most of the human brain, it always have fear. So can I talk in a dice? So there is a fear. So can I purchase this computer? Will it work? So as Shri Ravi Shankar says, it first thinks of the negative things, then come to positive. So human brain always think of negative things. So because of negative thinking, so there are fears. So that fears alignment, so we have to do change management and take people on board. That while doing implementation of systems, we did lot of process revamps. So previously there were people who are preparing checks. There were 10 people who are preparing checks. So now we dismantle that process. So all checks, one person will be enough. So he can upload all the payments thing into the HSBC or Stanchart, some of the portals of the banks. So that can be digitally approved. So first thing, the check preparation need not have to be there. Then check signing is not there. The account is credited directly. So it all happens with single day, which took maybe 5 days, 6 days earlier. So it can happen single day. So likewise, there are so many processes which we have revamped. So because while we are going by cycle, so I always quote this example. So initially the wheels propelled the individuals from moving one place to another. The wheel is important. The moment we want to reach 300 kmph, the wheels became impediment. So wheels has to be folded back and we have to fly. So it goes up to 900 kmph. The planes were invented which used the air. So then the air became impediment. Then rockets without the wings, it started flying. So likewise, some of the processes which helped us to come this far, so it's good, it has helped us. But someday we may have to rethink on that and dismantle some of the processes when we move ahead. So when we are implementing systems, so some of the earlier processes, so another process I will tell. So we had a person to just compare purchase order, bills, GRM. So once we implemented SAP, this comparison is automatic in the system. We don't require a person. So there are so many areas I can quote, so many areas where the processes become redundant. But you require GRAR clearance, there are new processes which have taken over. So that processes have to be monthly closing. So there are new processes which has to be implemented. So process revamp is one other important area I think we have undergone. On a lighter vein, when we started implementing SAP, so what we did, everybody comments, SAP is quite elephant. So we have to work for SAP, SAP will not work for us. So the work shall stop, data will not be available. We cannot do it. It's a big thing. How can we do SAP implementation? Very difficult. So how we were? We were in a jungle without knowing the path. So after implementing, the comment is, we could have done it earlier. So hey, it is really useful. We are happy. We can do much better. Why don't IB also be included into the SAP implementation? So we have reached the right time, right place, Times Square, New York on January 1st. So what is important? In any technology implementation, the important person, is the customer, the users, first important person. But implementing team, motivated team is also important. So good leader who can lead the people is important. Beyond it, who can help us, the able partner in especially SAP implementation, like we have chosen IBM now. So able partner is very important. If we are jumping into the water, there must be somebody to make us swim or come out, or in case if we cannot, then make us bail us out. So this concludes my discussion. So if you have any queries, you can ask me now, or you can ask even during the lunch.